So what's going on, everyone? My name is MrDalekJD. Welcome to Blackout. We are here in Ghost Town, the brand new location on the Blackout map where we are in Standoff from Black Ops 2, which has also got buried underneath it, which we're going to be taking a look at very, very shortly. But looking at the grounds, this is exactly like Standoff. I just love how everything is Wild Western themed to, you know, suit buried to a T. Now, if we come over to this section, we should have a massive, massive crevice, which will lead us, yep, straight down into buried. So we can jump down this way, or we can take this little sort of mine shaft area to take us down this way. But if you guys are excited that buried has been remastered in Black Ops 4, not quite as we'd want it to, not in zombies, but in Blackout, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoy this, leave a like rating, as that would be very, very awesome of you. Now, I don't know if there's a safe way to get down here. I'm assuming since we're on deployment, we won't have any players, so it's very easy for us to get down here. But just beware, if you're playing this in public, you definitely might not want to go down this way. But if we go, bam, down into it, this is it. This is buried, remastered. This is incredible. So this is the outside courtyard area where you'd have the fountain, which looks to be shifted slightly, as it would normally be right here. But instead we got it here. We got the cage, which opens out here, which has also been destroyed. I mean, this fountain is identical to what it was. We've got the witch's house, which we'll take a look at right now. The dimensions of it are identical to what it was. So you'd come in, there'd be like a load of stuff blocking you from directly walking straight in. We'd have this room here where we'd have double tap, I believe, or a perk machine situated about here. We've still got really eerie paintings, just like we would have in Buried, and this is a new portion of the house we couldn't look at before. This is really open. This is crazy. And we never had this back portion as well, so you can actually, whoa. So this is like the back of the house that you'd be going through if you went into the maze area. So we've got this section. Also, this wasn't, I believe, this wasn't playable either. We've got a little, oh my god, we've got little casino games there. We've got roulette. All right, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So this would be exactly where you'd come from the back of Buried. Oh man, unfortunately there is no maze, but there is still a big portion here and shafts which lead you back to the surface. We're definitely not going back up there in a hurry. So we got a load of mine shafts, all danger, loose rock, western mine. This is so cool. Like, honest, this is brand new sections that we didn't see in the original Buried. This is amazing. This is really, really big. A lot bigger than I first expected. Jeez, this is really, really big. And this will take us back to where we were. So we'll take a look again at this section. We're going to check out the church right here, which again looks exactly the dimensions to what it was. We'd have a buildables bench there. You can go up the stairs right here. And you could, I believe there's like a sniper you could buy off the wall here or something. But you can look out there. Is this a ladder? Oh my gosh, a ladder that we can go up onto here? This is an insane remastering. Like, they've really added a lot more to what you had originally that you can drop off here as well. We have Vulture Age just sitting there before. We still have this as well. And this part was locked off, I believe, but I've got this little back section which you can explore. Now, one thing I've been really excited to look into is the candy store, because that's like one of the most iconic parts of Buried as well, is the candy store. So right here we got it, the sign from the teaser. Oh my gosh, this is a lot bigger than I expected. So as we come right in, oh, so we're missing the barrels with lollipops there in the window, but I guess it's to add a bit more visibility. We can break these. The candy counter is exactly the same, like absolutely exactly the same. We've got these barrels. Again, there's a lot less barrels here than what there originally was, but it's still retaining pretty much everything we had of Buried. Oh, there we go. This is identical to Black Ops 2. The sign was there just like this. We've got a little bench area. You could climb up here, and I believe the power switch might have been up here back in the day. Everything is pretty much kept exactly as it was. And we can climb up on these roofs as well. Oh my gosh. So we've got the Saloon Bar as well, where you'd have the buildable bench. You had a piano. The piano's still here. That's so cool. Unfortunately, we can't play it. The bar's looking a little bit barren, but I mean, we'd find some booze on there, and we'd find a buildables bench there. Or you could go up here. This is incredible. Like, this is identical to Buried in exact dimensions. Nothing's been like cut short or anything in this. Let's just grab a gun whilst we can. I mean, why not, eh? Now, there used to be a little bit you'd have to jump over. They've got rid of that. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Coming down here, we've had where you'd build the Richtofen inside of the Easter egg. We've got this area here, which is brand new. A nice little sort of door entry leading in. This is completely brand new. I believe, no, actually, no. This is where you'd pick up all the chalks, I think. Yeah, look, all the guns from all the chalks. So we've got, like, old school shotguns. We've got the Remington model army there. This is so cool. I love this. There's even little posters of the guns as well. Wow. So you got this back section that wasn't there before, but you could go up the stairs here. Who's just having nostalgia trip watching this video? Let me know what your favorite memories were of Buried down below in the comment section. There is just so much to this. I am really surprised how big this is. I didn't expect it, but there's still more. So we have the bank, the general store, I believe, yeah, the bank. So if we climbed up here, there should be a little drop down. Oh, yes, there is. Drop down here. This is where you get all your points. It is pretty much the bank. There's an underground tunnel, which they got rid of. Oh, there's a vault door. Imagine if there's an Easter egg for that. And we lead back out here. Oh, my gosh. So we have this. This is where you'd find the mystery box there. Oh, is the jail cell still here? This is a very important question. Oh, it is. Oh, my God, Leroy. The question mark. That's because that's where Leroy was. We have the key location as well to get him out. Oh my gosh, this is exact replica of Buried, 1-for-1. This is amazing. And if this doesn't tell me that Treyarch are going to remaster Buried, I have absolutely no idea why they'd do this. Because it's literally the whole underground section almost has been just recreated here. So the box would be there. We'd run up here. We'd have a buildables bench there. You'd hop over, but they've got a nice little thing. Guys, in the comment section, what perk machine would we have waiting for us down there? Such a classic training spot. Normally they'd have a little balcony. They still kind of do, but this was like split off a little bit. And we have this section, which is a nice little staircase that leads down. This is insane. I love what they've done with this. And of course, we have this section as well, the court. Very, very important. Do they have? No. So remember coming here to do the end game Easter egg? So they got rid of the little vault on here. It's now just a bookshelf. There's still a lot of space in here. It's insane. This wasn't here before. They've opened this up a lot. They've still got this. I don't know if this is still reminiscent of the Buried sort of lore, or if they've just sort of changed it a bit to make it themed for Blackouts. There was a normal staircase. This wasn't open like that. You can come up here. Oh my God, typewriters. All this was exactly as it was. Speed cola was there, and there'd be a little thing that would lead you upwards into the mine shaft, but they've changed that for this. And of course, there's a mystery box location right down the bottom, but they've really widened this place up. So let's take a look at the shafts as well, the mine shafts, because they've changed a little bit of the way that these work so that you can get back up. But man, look at the sunlight coming in. It just looks so good. So we've got a few different ways of getting back up to the surface of the map. So any signs you see that say surface, you just go along and you just go through the minecart tracks like you would on the original Buried. It's so cool. And it leads you straight back up to the outside. And that's a look at Buried, but this is Ghost Town, and this is like the Standoff remake. So you'll recognize a lot of this from the Black Ops 3 version, which was a Wild West theme. Basically, this whole thing's turned into a Wild West theme, and I mean, Buried, it just had to be, right? It just had to be, which is just insane. Let me just check out what the sign says here. I think we have to look at it from this side. What does it say? It says Grave Hill. Oh, this is just so cool. There's so much that can be done here. We've also got a ton of customization with this update, such as Misty and Brutus and actual zombie characters that you can play as, like physical zombies that you can play as in Blackout now. It's just so cool. And as sure as we get to learn this is not just like a one tiny spot to drop in. There is a huge amount of playable space in this entire area for you to just run around and have some fun on in Buried, as well as Standoff in this new Ghost Town section. But also, if we look up here, I believe in a few weeks' time, that is going to be where we're going to see Alcatraz Prison added onto the map. Maybe as its own separate map, or they're going to update the map for a special event where we can play on Alcatraz. But we've got, imagine if like Buried didn't exist where it did, and it existed in an actual town. This would be such a cool zombies map. Look at this, they've got full like saloons as well. Like, I think it's worth checking this out as well, just to see if Blackout, if Buried was reimagined with what we had underground and this was above ground. This in itself could be an entire Buried reimagined right here. What the hell? There's just so much detail. I'm sure there's going to be some Easter eggs as well that I didn't notice whilst running around, which we'll notice as we get to learn these areas a bit better. This was genuinely my first ever look at Buried in Black Ops 4, now that it's in the Blackout map. This is on PlayStation. It will be out on Xbox and PC a week later from this video going up, but by the time you should be able to play on this and it will be in Blackout for the rest of the game's existence, I should expect. Got house bathing rates. This is like Red Dead Redemption 2 meets Buried 2. Oh my gosh, this also looks a little bit like the church from Transit, just like plopped straight in. News to say they won't add more stuff coming down the line with regards to zombie maps. We're already seeing Alcatraz and Buried. I mean, who's to say we won't get a Die Rise inspired skyscraper next? Or like even more stuff from Transit, like a bus depot or like the town. That would be so good. But if you enjoyed this video and you like the look of Buried in Black Ops 4, leave a like rating. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe as well with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any... Oh my god, I didn't realize you can glide. Yo, that's a technique that you can use. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, that's a safe way to get down there. Let me know what you think. Make sure to turn on those post notifications if you are subscribed so you don't miss out on future Black Ops 4 videos, as we're covering a lot of the update today and any future updates as well. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and I'll catch you for another video very soon. Bye.